everyone, my name's Anthony Cummins and I'm a historical researcher and author, and I'm here today to have a quick conversation with you about Lars Andersen and his archery. Now, Lars Andersen has taken the world by storm, and especially the military community, the medieval military community, and of course the archery community. Now what's happened is Lars has come along and shown us that what is said in historical documentation, be it mythical, be it legendary, or be it actual documentation and military manuals, is pretty much true. What he does is show us that the feats inside those documents are possible. Now, there are many arguments when you come at a document like this, but the first one, of course, is it humanly possible? That's always the first question. When somebody claims to be able to do a skill, you've got to ask, is it possible to do this skill? And Lars has shown us that yes, not only is it possible, but it's quite dynamic, quite flowing, and for him, quite easy. I.e., he can do it multiple times, he can repeat the same thing multiple times, and he can make sure it's inside his skill set to be used when he needs it. Some of the things Lars does is trick shooting, some of the things he does is war shooting, some of the things are directly straight out of the manuals, some are not. However, I'd like to say I don't agree with Lars 100%. I got in contact with Lars a long time ago when I first saw him come onto the scene, or a little bit after, and I saw straight away what he was doing was very important, but I didn't agree with everything. The reason it's important is because it makes us ask questions. It makes me, it makes you, it makes him ask questions. Now, there are some people out there who are very much supportive of Lars, and there are some people who are not. They're absolutely against Lars. But what I want to say there to you people out there is there is no us, there is no them, there is no against, there is no for. All we have to do is find the truth. We all want to find historical truth. That might mean that some of us are a little bit disappointed in what we knew in the past. Some of us are really happy that these things have been opened up. But the point is that we've all got to work together to come together and make sure we arrive at what can be the closest possible representation of historical archery from all over the world. Now, one of my main problems with Lars's work is the fact that he mixes these things up. He mixes legendary archery, he mixes archery, war archery, trick archery, he mixes it up from scrolls, he mixes it up from stories, and he doesn't really get it across to you or explain enough of where it's all come from. And I've noticed in the videos against Lars that actually, no, that's not what Lars is saying, and it ends up building into this really complex argument when, in truth, it's a little bit of a misunderstanding at the beginning. For example, throwing a machete and shooting out of the air. People are like, this is not historical, where are they getting machete, this is blah blah blah. Actually, as he's shown us in his videos, it's just a quote from an ancient classic that says they can, somebody can throw a blade at you and you can shoot it out the air, and he thought, let's have a go at it. So that doesn't mean they did it in the West, it doesn't mean they did it in Japan, it doesn't mean they did it in China. What we have is that Lars is going through lots and lots of different scrolls, lots of different translations, and looking at everything he can possibly look at to find out historical archery, to see if he can do it. Now, what we need you guys to do is go out there and have a look for historical archery, have a look for the things that ancient people say they can do, and then we can all work together and come together to find the truth. So for those out there who want to dig deeper, remember, Lars has got the skills and he's doing the research, but we need everybody involved. We all need to work together to make sure we can find the correct documentation, we can discover if Lars can recreate it, and then we can answer the finer questions of, is it really what they did? But we're nowhere near that place yet. So I am going to be helping Lars. And as I say, I'm not an avid supporter. I think Lars has done an amazing job, and I think his question is perfect. His question is excellent, is, do we really understand historical archery? The answer is obviously not so much. If he can pull off things that we thought were impossible, and he can do it. But together, I'm going to join with Lars, and we're going to put our efforts together and try to push through everything and bring you the best archery we can bring you, and the most historically accurate archery. And we would love you guys out there, especially those who are very, very well versed in the archery community and in archery, to get involved and let's together push forward and make a new level of archery for everyone. My name's Anthony Cummins. If you want to follow what I do, you can follow me on Instagram at Historical Ninja, and I will keep you updated there with more information about my own work and what I'm doing with Lars.